Welcome everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 3 of Battlestar Galactica Exodus expansion game playthrough setup. So just quick fast forwarding here through the setup of Galactica main board game box as well as the Exodus expansion board game box. Lots of new features here in Exodus. There is ally cards, there are trauma tokens, there's the Ionian Nebula goal, so we'll get into this, get the initial board set up, and then we'll go into normal mode and I'll walk you through the setup. Okay, so we got the board kind of cleaned up, all the decks set. Let's go through the rest of the Exodus expansion setup. So as you can see, we've got the main board set up. We've got Vipers and Raptors in the reserve. We have the newer Vipers in the damaged port. And you can see over here to the side, we've got the Cylon Fleet board. And I guess this kind of overlaps with the Galactica board. So if we kind of move the instructions, this space kind of corresponds with this space corresponds with this space, so they're kind of like, imagine it's almost like floating above it. So when the ships come out of the base star, they can attack down into the Galactica space. At least that's how I understand it. Guys, leave a comment below if I've got something wrong. But yeah, okay. So the next thing is we've got our player character set up. We've got Gaius Baltar. He's got his president card. Gaius Baltar. We've got Felix Gata set up. He will be the admiral, and scarily enough, he's got the nukes. We've got Starbuck. She's our CAG. We've got Samuel T. Anders, another pilot. We've got Callie, who's in support. And we've got Tori Foster, who's also a political leader. So we've got them all set up. We've got the starting token on Gaius. We also have the Viper pilot tokens set up for them. Next thing up we're going to do is set up the conflicted loyalty cards. We're going to get the loyalty deck set up. I've already got it parsed here a bit. So basically with the loyalty deck, we've already taken out Cylon sympathizers. So we really have three kinds of cards here. These are just the I am not a Cylon, and it's in Spanish, so no eres un Cylon here. And then so we'll take those, and then we have a I am a Cylon, eres un Cylon. And I also have an Italian one, sei un Cylon. All right, so these are here. But then we have from the Exodus deck, you are a Cylon in the final five. You're one of the final five. So we're going to include those in the deck. So when we make this deck, we will basically for a 6-player game, we're going to take 10 cards from You Are Not a Cylon. So this is the You Are Not a Cylon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other ones we can put aside. And then we'll take 2 cards from the You Are a Cylon deck. So we'll shuffle these You Are a Cylon deck, including the final 5 cards. Shuffle these together. Shuffle these. And we will include 2 cards from You Are a Cylon. So 1, 2. If we have Gaius Baltar, we'll add 1 additional You Are Not a Cylon card. For Gaius Baltar. And if you're playing a 4 to 6 player game, add a You Are a Cylon sympathizer to the deck. So we've got the Cylon sympathizer. Let me go through these other ones in the box. You're a Cylon sympathizer. We can add that to the deck. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle this deck up. We don't need any of these other cards. We can put those back in the box. We'll shuffle these up. and we'll pass these on to 2 each for our characters. So again, we'll shuffle these. And we'll cut them, and we'll just kind of 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And those will be the surprise cards for our game. The rest of them we can just put back in the box. Okay, so the next one is, and we're not going to look at them either. We're just gonna put them away. Next, we're going to set up our Destiny deck. So we're just going to take some cards from each of our piles. These have already been pre-shuffled here, so we'll just build this deck. And yeah, this time I'm just going to play the Exodus expansion with the main box set. Maybe next time we'll add in Pegasus and we'll do a multi-board set. So here's our Destiny deck. So put that up there at the top. We do have a spare nuke on the side, so that can come into play later, so we'll just keep it up here. The other thing that we're taking out is, because we're using the sideboard, we're removing these Cylon attack cards from the Crisis deck, and then we can just pick from those. So those have been cleared out already, and can give these decks a quick shuffle for the top cards. I don't think we'll make it through all these cards, but still we'll give the decks a shuffle. Put this one in the middle somewhere. Shuffle them up a bit more. Cut the deck a few times. Okay. And we've got our Crisis deck. The other thing we've got is our new location of the Ionian Nebula. So this Ionian Nebula card, that will correspond to these tokens, right? So we will pick these tokens later in the game. These Ionian Nebula tokens have to do with, so the concept of the Ionian Nebula is, when we go into this, it's such a harrowing experience that the characters have basically trauma tokens, right? So these are the trauma tokens. We've got them in a pool, and there's 3 kinds of trauma tokens. Let's see if we can just find them before we shuffle them off. Okay, so you've got this kind, not sure they are, but there's, well, I'll show you, I can show you here. There's, if you see here on the board, there's these 3 kinds of tokens. You've got the disaster symbol, you've got the antagonistic symbol, and you've got the benevolent symbol. So we'll just put these back here. So this is from when we get to the Ionian Nebula phase. And then we also have these ally tokens. So we have these ally tokens. Basically, all the different allies that we can encounter. And we have these on the side. And then we have an ally deck that's set up as well. The ally deck is here. It's not here. And you basically, we'll give this a shuffle too, but you can see everyone there. And all of our characters. Hot Dog, Hilo, Kendra Shaw from Razor. Okay, so we give these a shuffle and can cut the deck, and this can be our draw for that. And we'll be passing those tokens out to the characters as well. So I think that's a good place to stop the setup. I won't go into the individual abilities. I'll pass out the cards, resource cards for each of the characters, and we'll see everyone in turn number 1. Click ahead and talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.